welcome to D&D with Chrisiousity. Welcome back for another exciting evening of D&D adventuring, probably some puzzles, and maybe yelling at Erasmus. We are, as ever, hosted, yes, by our Dungeon Mistress Chrisiousity, and also I'm going to try to be more expletive in terms of, or more try to explain more who's playing at the beginning of the games. So yeah, we have Micro playing as Erasmus, and we've got Rhetoric and Discourse, or R&D, playing as Blue Sky. Jess, who's not here, is playing Reverence. I, myself, am playing Elsbeth, and Chrisiousity is leading this nonsense as we go forward in her adventure. So let's go with what we did last time, which was 2 weeks ago, because we had a last-minute cancellation, but we are back on track now. So yes, turning it over to Micro for the traditional wrap-up. Or review.
Yeah, recap. Last time on the corruption of Lirune, we had just met Usgex. Aha, I remember his name this time. Who is a dragonborn paladin, who had gotten a nice new shiny armor, but he had apparently gotten that via being not evil or not a bad person, but he would offer his services to someone.
The retainer? He's like a retainer to someone or whatever.
I think so.
Yeah.
We never really asked him.
Oh yeah, whatever. We're happy to see you.
We don't even know what the fuck we're in. But we went with him, and because one of the things the jobs was clearing out this extra dimensional space inside a Nautilus shell, which is the sensors I just said. We cleared out, we've solved some puzzle, we fought some things.
Yes.
Including a very creepy puppet. And some
you remembered that especially.
Fucking puppet. And then and some demons, which, to be fair, demons, we have free people. Actually, we can all do radiant damage if you want to. So,
but the two clerics,
and we have two clerics who got locked in with it, and we also have, in any case, we have we're free people who can fight demons and undead.
I think you missed a bit there. Two people who got locked in there and kicked their asses.
Yes.
Yeah.
By themselves.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
We just wiped that out with radiant energy. It was like kapow.
While we struggled to open the door.
Yeah.
Three of you. What am I remembering? It's all coming back now.
Doors, our greatest enemy.
Yes. And I think we've got one player who's going to come a little bit in a few minutes, a little bit late. But otherwise, I think we're ready. Is that pretty much it, Chrissy?
We're now in another chamber.
Yes.
Another septum? I think septum is the technical term.
Chrissy, we're muted.
Yeah, I'm a little bit. I tried to move it around because obviously it's not. Roll20 isn't letting me get quite the dimensions I want there.
Oh.
So, unfortunately.
Theater of the mind.
Okay.
So it's a little bit theater of the mind from here on in. Now that they are going to be smaller.
Yeah.
I'm just like in my head, like we shrink down as we go into the next chamber.
Alice in Wonderland.
So it's smaller, but not like smaller.
It actually looks bigger in this room than the last room. The last room was very kind of empty. But this room looks both bigger, and as you walk in, it doesn't look like a room at all. It looks like you are in an outdoor space, but a very rocky, flat, just a place with a bunch of boulders around. Kind of, you're just standing there.
Like, is it open, or are there
like
is it like a wall?
It seems open to you, like where you are, and you've just walked in. So
is the door still there?
You can see the door behind you.
Is it just stood there like a frame and a door in the middle of a woods?
Yeah.
Can we walk
Oh.
around it? I'd like to walk around it just to see.
That is a good idea.
All right. You try to walk around it and you sort of butt up against the edge of what appears to be a force field of some sort.
Okay. Is there any other objects or points of interest other than that
We can
door?
see. Yeah, like in the.
Is there another door?
I said Narnia, and now I'm picturing a snow-covered forest. So you're gonna have to.
It's not even like there's no forest there. There's no like plant life. It's sort of dirt and gravel with boulders and rocks around.
That's it.
Any
Almost.
obvious patterns like the rocks that are clustered, or they all seem randomly placed?
You could roll investigation.
Okay, I won't do well, but I will.
I'll help you.
Okay, thank you.
Someone's got to do it.
Oh, I get it. Okay, I guess.
As you're looking around, you don't see. How do I explain this? It does not look natural to you, right? It's sort of it looks like maybe there's the beginning of some sort of spiral pattern, perhaps.
Oh.
But it's kind of hard to tell. But it definitely doesn't like. It doesn't look like you would expect an area where there's just rocks and boulders and stuff to be.
Something was intentional.
Right, like something like when I look at there are places in New England where ice flows had gone through and left these paths, right, of moving things. It doesn't look like anything that nature did. At the same time, it doesn't look like anything all that obviously done either. You'd think maybe that there's like a spiral here.
Is it like very large and on the ground? Or is it so like would I want to get higher to see if I could see more of it? Or is it more sort of like a pattern that's hey Jess. We're going.
Friends.
Hey. Chrissy's trying to describe the terrain we're seeing and what we see.
What happened last? Where are we at? This dang old puzzle
We're
room.
inside the Nautilus.
The circle puzzle. Understood.
Yep. And we came out into sort of a wasteland with no real, like, it's not like a forest.
Yeah, things have gotten even weirder.
Yeah, I guess I'm kind of thinking like a moon terrain or more like a extraplanetary kind of.
Yeah.
Closer to like a moon terrain. It's very rocky. It can be breathed. You can breathe.
What's the temperature like?
It's a little chilly.
Is there any wind?
No.
Okay.
I am going to eat, so I will be muting.
Okay, you can mute if you want to do that too.
I kind of want to go ask Gex what he actually knows about the thing we're inside.
Yeah, it might be time.
Gex, what have your benefactor told you about this thing?
Not much, and I'm starting to feel like maybe I should have asked more questions.
Yeah, and I'm also starting to have that feeling. Because,
I mean, we probably should have asked more questions too.
Yes.
We can't blame Uzgex for all of.
No.
I can tell you what he told me, which is that he bought this at an auction, that it cost him a lot of money, that it belonged to a wizard that nobody has seen in like a really, really long time and everybody thinks is dead. and that he wasn't able to get through it, and he needed somebody strong and to be able to fight monsters or do whatever needs to be done to get through it, and so that he could use it, because he wants his own extra dimensional space, I guess.
Well, I would like to try something. I would like to burn a page just to see how much, like, how does the contact with my patron feel, like, if they're being in this space somehow, like, is there any blockage to it? Does it feel like we're, like, cut off from the rest of the world?
Okay, go ahead.
And
Yeah.
Elsbeth is going to turn to the group and say, I feel like we all learned a life lesson about asking questions today.
What do you want me to roll?
Roll religion.
Okay. Nope.
It's been hard because you haven't necessarily had that same feeling of connection for a while.
That's true.
But it just doesn't do much. You kind of feel like, is there? Not gone,
Okay.
but not like close, not involved.
Okay.
All right, so there's no, like, are there boulders around, rocks that we could climb on to get a slightly higher view of things? Or is
How
this
flat is it?
There are boulders around. You could get a somewhat higher view. It would be the largest ones are probably 4 or 5 feet tall.
okay? Elsbeth is going to get out her hand crossbow and just fire a shot straight forward. I mean, if there's a force field behind us,
Yes, good idea.
and just let it go as far as it can. See if it just peters out eventually. It's got a 120 feet roll at disadvantage.
So are you shooting up?
I'm just sort of shooting. Well, yeah, I guess kind of not up into the sky, but on a bit of an arc.
45-degree angle, so it goes as far as it can.
Yeah, basically, if I was going to shoot an enemy at 120 feet at advantage, which is its maximum range, the sort of angle I would take, knowing the arc of the bolts and there being no wind.
Okay. Roll an attack roll.
Okay, let's do the hand crossbow. Nailed it.
Oh, all right.
I could have used that in battle, but no.
The air dies, so we all suffocate.
How far does it go? Does it go the whole way?
Here's after a few feet to sort of, well, not a few feet, more like 60, 70 feet, you kind of lose sight of it. However, to the side of you, one of the boulders looks up at you and says, "What did you do that for?"
Like, does it have a face and a mouth?
Talking boulders now.
I mean,
Just like a boulder talking.
Yeah.
You said it looked up.
I look at it and say, well, there's a force field behind us. I just wanted to see if maybe this was an illusion and it only went out, 50 or 60 feet.
Hold on. You're taking this very, very, very well. This is
Well,
talking wrong.
she's a druid now. She's pretty chill with this kind of stuff.
True.
And she also summoned.
Uncurls itself, let's put it that way. Sort of lifts up, and you see, let me see if I can't.
It's a Goron.
I'm gonna actually.
If you post a picture of a Goron, I'll scream.
I'll put it in our Twitter thing, so you can look at it there, and I'll upload it because
Okay.
I forgot to upload it.
Oh, not quite a Goron.
I'm imagining Korg from from the
Very
Marvel
sensible.
movies.
It's a D&D Goron. Like very, very Goron
Oh.
looking.
He's adorable.
He's pretty cute. Yeah, that's not so scary.
Yeah, I want to pet him.
Are you going to try to pet him?
No. That was
He wants to. He just wants to.
Okay. He says, well, you could hurt someone just shooting.
Oh, I deliberately set it to hit absolutely nothing to see how far it could go. I wanted it to not hit anything. I was trying to be careful.
There was anyone. We also didn't know there were anyone here because you guys just can't. I'm assuming there's more of you.
Oh,
You
yeah.
bumped into lots of things. There's probably
Yeah.
something here. Why would you assume it's empty? That's weird, Erasmus.
Because I'm not used to rocks talking. No offense.
Or puppets? Or mushrooms? Like, come on.
Yeah, so this is
That's
Erasmus,
okay.
this is Blue Sky, I'm Elsmith, and this is Reverence. And he'd say something, but he's eating right now.
Well, that's all right. My name is Tico.
Hey,
We haven't had visitors in a long time.
Well, there's a lot of. Okay, question: do you know what you're inside right now? Like I pointed at the door. Do you know what's on the other side of that?
Oh, yes, I understand what you mean. Yes, we live with a wizard.
Oh,
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 the wizard's here?
Well, I haven't seen him in a very long time either.
so you should probably know that someone else has bought their Nautilus, the thing you're inside, and they sort of hired us to fight through it and empty it out so they can use it. We didn't really know that there would be like friendly people in here. We thought it was all like gonna be demons and stuff.
Oh. Do you intend to fight us?
No.
Not really. You seem cool. You seem nice.
You got along with the last wizard, and presumably you'd get along with the
you-
person who's
You
gonna...
seem all right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we are here to protect the wizard. Are you going to fight the wizard?
We're
No.
planning on.
We didn't think there was anyone here, so no. We don't think the wizard is here. It's probably why you haven't seen him in a long time, because he
Did,
left.
did
No,
the
it's
wizard make you?
okay.
Or like, did he like find you?
I don't remember.
Oh, that's fair. Sorry if
I've
that's too personal.
Been here for a long time. Maybe one of my friends will remember.
Well, if you want to take us to the wizard, we could talk to them, and then you would know we're not a threat, and we could, make sure everything is okay.
If you know where he is, or might be.
Well, he spends a lot of time in his laboratory.
Hmm.
Oh, his lab is in here?
Not in this space.
Yeah, well, we'd love to see it. I mean, we'd love to talk to the wizard. I mean, if there was a problem with this purchase and the original owner, if the wizard has not actually sold it off and there's somebody living here, I think they should want to clear this up.
The wizard would not want to sell his home.
Oh, then we should bring him that message so he knows to come out and sort this stuff out.
Yeah. Like, I think there's been a terrible misunderstanding.
Yeah. Good thing we're here.
Yes, you
Good thing we
see.
found you.
I do have to tell you that if you try to fight the wizard, it is our job to kill you.
Oh, okay. Well, kind of, that makes, makes sense.
That's
We
fair.
accept
That's
that.
fair.
We've taken security jobs before. We know what that's
yeah.
like. Nothing personal.
Right.
That's
We like you too, so we don't want to have to hurt you, and so, yeah, we don't want to fight anybody.
All right. Hang on. I'll ask Mandu to come with us. So, so he gets up and walks over and then calls out, Mandu! And another similar looking boulder, a little bit, a little shorter, a little chunkier, but, similar. Gets up and together they sort of talk in what you can't tell if it must be some sort of language, but sounds like graveling
Oh,
at
does
each
anyone
other
speak?
for a bit.
Does anyone speak primordial?
Oh, let me check. I do speak quite a lot of languages.
Nope.
I'm just assuming it's primordial.
Yeah, well, I can also listen and eavesdrop in a couple other languages too. So I know also abyssal, primordial, celestial, and that's it. And scimitar. No, that's my proficiency with a weapon.
I speak weapon.
It isn't primordial though. It sounds a lot like it. It's almost like it's more like a different dialect of primordial.
Okay.
From what you can gather, he is basically just telling Mandu exactly what happened.
Just verifying that,
Yeah.
But they're not conspiring together or anything. So okay.
Yeah.
Not that you can
make out or reference. Yeah. Okay.
So yeah. So after a moment, they take you and they say, Mandu, comes up to you and says, have you figured out the puzzles so far?
Mostly. One was random luck, but more like panic, but yes.
Yes. We didn't break anything. We didn't break anything to get through here.
Well, a little bit that puppet, but
Well, that wasn't part of the puzzle. He attacked us. That was self-defense.
They look at each other and say, oh, that's the master's son's toys.
Oh, but it's fine.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay. Well, the master will decide if that's a problem.
Yeah, we can always compensate them or replace the toys if there's anything that they feel is damaged. But, we're just...
The master's son has not been here in a very long time.
Oh, I wonder if he sold the house.
Well, his toys definitely seems like they needed a good, playing with. They seem very aggressive about that.
Well, it was, the master felt that they could protect him, but the master's ex-wife did not like them.
Okay.
You can follow us. We can get you through the rest. We know a way.
Oh.
Come along. All right, and then they just sort of start trudging off in the opposite direction, but they're moving in kind of a spiral as opposed to moving anywhere straight. And so after you've sort of apparently walked in ever narrowing circles for a while, you get to another door. And they speak to the door, and the door opens.
I'm loving this plan, you guys.
This, at this point, you find yourselves in a laboratory. And it's a very messy laboratory. There's a lot going on here. But that's clearly what is intended. And there is a tiefling fellow sitting there, purple, looking at you through little pince-nez glasses, pince-nez glasses, to be.
Yes, French.
I have no idea what that means.
Oh, they're the little ones that sit on your nose with no ear stems.
Oh, okay.
They pinch your nose.
Yeah. Okay.
Nose pinchy glasses.
Yeah.
He looks at you and he says, Chico, Mandu, why did you bring these people here? They're very noisy.
I'm not noise. Well, okay,
Yes.
fair enough. I stopped myself halfway through the sentence.
Oh, he's growing.
Who are you all? And why do you make so much noise in here? I have been trying to work.
Oh, Reverence, do you want to explain it?
Do I want to explain it?
You've got the high
I'm not
charisma.
really certain why we're here either. I've been
It's our
playing the
job
lute.
to be here, but
We're here to
I've
help our friend, and we push Ux forward.
Wow, we're fucking.
Yeah.
we
What?
didn't know that anyone lived in here. We were
Yeah.
just told to clear it out.
To be
and
fair,
now
we didn't
find
know.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah, now
Clear
we
it.
know someone lives here. And
You were told to clear out my house.
Yes.
Yes.
Huge
So, okay.
misunderstanding, apparently.
So, okay. Someone who we think didn't know that this was your house, walked in all of this. And then when he encountered what I'm assuming is your security systems, like your security, he hired Usgex to clear it out. So because he wants to use your house that he didn't know was your house as his house. And then
This is great.
Usgex asked us.
I'm really glad we let Erasmus explain everything.
Erasmus,
You didn't say.
I'm learning quite a bit myself.
roll. Actually, Uzgex is going to help you at this point. He kind of goes forward and says, I am very, very sorry. I would never have broken in if I knew anybody lived here. I was told that there used to be a wizard. And he looks at you and says, but that he was gone. So, Erasmus, you can roll persuasion with advantage.
Oh, Elspeth will reach out and bless him. Give him guidance.
Oh my god.
Okay. 21.
Oh,
Yeah.
all right.
25.
Hey.
Wow. All right.
Wow.
That is impressive. So he looks at you and he says, oh, well, I suppose it might be because I haven't left the lab in a while. What year is it?
We tell him the year. I don't know what it is. but-
1,000 something.
Oh.
When was the last time you left?
I can't remember the exact year. It's 1,000 something because it's after the tree was done.
I believe it's 1020.
Yeah, something like that.
Yes, 5, I think. But that being said, he sort of looks and he says, it's probably been 237 years.
Yeah, I think
Yep,
the
yep,
laws
that'll do
say
it.
that that'll be like abandoned property after that point.
I look at Reverence. Did Tiefling live that long?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Tieflings do not unless they are wizards. Wizards live that long.
That was rather racist of you to assume.
I don't know.
I do not. Are any of you interested in the mathematical underpinnings of our existence?
I am going to go over here now.
I don't think so.
Well, Elspeth she says, well, I've studied the sort of magical underpinnings of our existence, but not in
but see, that is the mistake that people make. They separate magic from mathematics. They don't understand that it is all a part of the warp and woof of our existence. Our very fundamental essence can
God.
be described in mathematical equations. I have been working on, well, I call it calculus. And I do believe that I am very close to a breakthrough.
Oh, how do you get
That is why
breakthroughs?
I have been
Great.
working here
We
for
found
this long.
Newton. Great.
How long
But
have...
you may not have my house.
No, we don't want your house. We weren't here to get your house. We were just here to empty
Perhaps
it
you
out.
should exit your home and clarify to the others that you're not, in fact, dead.
Yeah.
Otherwise, this
Well,
is
I am
probably going to keep
very
happening.
busy. You know, my wife used to handle this when she was around.
270 years ago?
She, well, you know, women like people who don't forget to leave the laboratory for weeks on end, especially once the child was born.
Oh, do you think maybe your son would have sold the house knowing you're not gonna come out?
Oh, I can't imagine. I
Sorry.
mean, he might have, but I mean, he might just. If he hadn't gotten to wizardry, he'd be dead, probably.
Well,
He
you
never did come back for the toys. I expected him to come back for his toys.
yeah, those toys are a hazard. I think you need to remove them or cage them.
That's what Winifred always said.
I can see why.
We might sort of have welcome and one.
Well,
It's fine. I mean, if Winifred hasn't been back yet, I don't think she's coming back.
probably not.
Hmm.
So, do you want to come out with us and clear this up with the person who wrongly bought your property, thinking in good faith it was empty, or at least empty of a owner? Or do you want us to run the errand for you? In which case, we're gonna have to talk money.
I don't have money.
Well,
I
okay,
don't buy
payment.
anything here.
You're a wizard, right? So you can pay us in other ways. Potions, spells.
Why should I pay you for breaking into my house?
No.
I mean, we could just let them just take your house then, and then another group of adventurers will show up, and then that
He's
will
got a
just be your
point.
life from now on.
I don't want to deal with that. I mean, I could kill all of you, but that's not what I'm interested in. That doesn't help further the cause of mathematics,
True.
which is what I spend all my time doing.
Well, that's good for you.
I don't think I've made it clear that my work is very important. I do not have time to go running around telling people not to buy my house and invade it without asking.
Well, again, if you want
Okay.
this cleared up, either we go away and other people come, or you can compensate us for our time for us to run this errand for you.
Or you can just go out and tell him yourself.
Roll persuasion.
Who's that?
Somebody.
Erasmus.
Charge of this.
Ideally, reverence.
Yes.
So one of us can help him.
Okay. All right. Let's see. She
I only have a 2.
persuasion.
Ooh,
Okay.
that's 20.
That was me rolling a 9.
Wow.
He gives you a look, and he says, and then he goes over and he picks up a bundle of papers, and he hands it to you and says, "Here, I will pay you in my work. Now, go tell them that I do not wish to be disturbed. This is a previous project of mine. I call it trigonometry.
What?
I'm sure it will be of great benefit to many people in the world. It's worth a lot of something.
To someone. Well, all right. So, whose house is this? Who should we say you are?
Yeah,
You're just the wizard right now to us.
You broke into my house and you didn't even know who I was.
We wouldn't have broken
didn't
into your
know
house.
your house.
We wouldn't know it was yours.
Ah,
We're very sorry.
yeah, well,
I'm
you
not.
should be.
I look in the papers.
I am the wizard Caleb Akdarn.
And when you did last appear in the world, where were you? Were you in one of the cities?
Ah, never. No, disgusting. Places are filthy. Sometimes the architecture is interesting.
Well, I mean, can we verify your? And we're trying to, if we would just come out and say Galar, what was his last name?
Akdarn.
Akdarn. Is busy doing maths, and you're supposed to leave him alone. I think they're gonna want more than just a name. I think they're gonna say, like, he lived in this city and he went to this or taught at this university or he did this, something to prove that we have 200-year-old knowledge.
Well, they have the work. That's the important stuff. I suppose you could tell them. I did used to go to the Barney School. I was not. I didn't really teach there.
Okay.
You got to understand, they didn't appreciate the importance of mathematics.
All right. Well, we can.
They always wanted to make more kapow, more bang with the magical bang bang. It is a work of children to do such things.
That's your school.
But that's the fun part.
That'll help. We can at least independently verify that with Bernays, and the people there won't. How would we know that if we hadn't met you? And is your name here in the manuscript as well? Have you put a title page and everything?
As you look down, this is a mess.
Well, I'm not surprised.
Wonderful.
Oh God, it's his own notes that only he fucking understands.
Are there page numbers on them?
No.
Some bullshit
That's
right here.
exactly what this looks like.
But not that you're a super genius about math, but but anyone could tell looking at this that this is some pretty impressive stuff.
Okay.
This is not. This is high level. It's if anybody can make heads or tails of it, it's going to take a while.
Okay.
And it will have to be somebody really interested in math.
Okay. All right. Well, anyone else? Any more for any more? We let this guy get back to his calculus.
I guess ooh. So I'm worried that if we take you back, or if we just go out there and say and we leave, they're just going to send more people after we leave in here.
The next people who come in, you tell them I will kill them.
Okay. But you don't want to be bothered, right? That's the thing.
What about
I
we
know
come
you
back to say everything's okay?
Don't. I will assume it from not being bothered anymore.
Lord have
Well,
mercy.
Mike, I was just wondering, is there a place that we could put your shell where you'd be happy to sit for another 200 years and not be bothered?
Well, yeah, someplace safe and nice. If the gentleman who's purchased my home wants to put it someplace very nice and quiet and not disturb me in any way, then he can certainly. I will give him first look at all of my notes when I next come out.
Well, we'll have
I'm
to.
very close.
maybe he will even be able to provide you with stuff you might need.
Well, if we actually think about it, everyone, I mean, the world's going to end at the end of the month anyway. The corruption's going to break through whatever, and this plane is going to be destroyed. So, I mean, you can get a move on, I'd suggest. You've got about a month till everything goes boom.
Oh yeah, we forgot to tell you the world's ending.
Yeah. Sorry.
Sorry about that.
You know, the
Well, I
corruption.
don't think it affects any of my calculations, but I'm not sure what would happen to the shell if the world ended, because I don't think that means the shell ends.
Well, it would be existing in probably a hell realm, which might eventually people would come in and you have to deal
Something
with.
called the void.
Yes. Heard of that? Is that in your mathematics? A void? An energy that grows by absorbing
that
other
is in
energy?
my mathematics, and I don't like it.
Well,
You say there's going to be a void.
No, there is. We saw it. We interacted with it.
Don't do that. It's highly volatile.
Yeah, it grew bigger.
Yeah.
We found out. But that's apparently what so you've been gone for a while. So the corruption has started spreading again because there's a bunch of political rigmarole, and it wasn't sealed again, and basically the world is a shit.
Huh.
Just as a fair warning.
Well, I wonder if Winifred is all right.
Well, it might want to come out and check and, I don't know, help save the world and maybe see how she's doing.
I feel like I would hate to do that, but I don't want to leave Winifred alone.
If the world ends, she's gone for sure.
Everything's gone.
Basically never going to be able to leave here and tell anybody about what you learned about maths.
Assuming the space even survives.
Can people roll one more persuasion?
Oh,
Anyone?
Is it with advantage?
It will be with advantage because it's all of you trying to talk to them.
Well, I mean, me, Erasmus, and Elspeth was one who did the most talking, so maybe
y'all roll.
All right.
It makes sense. We wouldn't.
No, I want you to. I like it when other people roll for things that they're not good at. It's fun. I'm not even joking. It's like a real thing.
And it's relevant. I'm gonna roll. 17. That's pretty good.
At this point, he nods. He says, "Well, I'll have to get some of my things together, but
that's fair.
You can tell the gentleman I'll probably come out and tell him he should try to see if Winifred is all right and when I'm out, I'll check up on things."
Well, where would she be? Yeah.
Does she have a last name?
My last name.
Oh, okay. Well,
unless she changed it back to her maiden name. Do you think she would have done that?
You can ask her when you see her.
I don't know your relationship, so I have no idea.
She might have.
Would she be at the Brandeis school too?
Maybe.
Well, I'll ask. And start
she was good at math.
Well, we'll try to see if we can find out a location for her.
If we find her, we'll definitely let you know.
I mean, unless she doesn't want to see you.
Tell this rich fellow I'll be out in a well, and he turns to Tico and says, "Tico, remind me in a couple of days if I forget."
I like this guy.
Tico says, "Sure." And he looks at you guys and says, "Can you go now? I can get you out."
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Oh, sure.
That's best. Goodbye. And then he claps his hands. There's thunderous sound, and you are out of the shell.
That
Oh.
was fast. Well, okay. Who's Gex? You got some disappointing news for your boss. You want us to come with, or you want to do this on your own?
Look, we're out of the shell, like killing the guys right here.
You have been gone a few days. You
Oh,
may
right.
not realize that, but
Oh.
so no, nobody is here right now.
More
but-
time travel. Great.
Yeah, not a whole lot of time travel. But after a moment, it becomes aware. You become aware that it is nighttime right now. You are, and upon rousing people and talking to them, it becomes clear that you've been gone for like 3.5 days.
Cool.
So, I hope someone's feeding our animals.
They're dead.
Fair Hell's taken care of.
How
them.
many?
I'm sure of it.
How many times have we could just die? Animals have died due to lack of our care, letting them just wander off. Half a
Only
dozen.
once that happened.
In this case, you brought them all the way to the house, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Rolled over
So yeah,
here.
they would have
Stable them.
they would have stabled them and given them
Good.
something to eat. They wouldn't have just let them die, you know.
That's good.
So Dick says, I mean, it is my responsibility. I'm sorry for wasting so much of your time.
That's fine.
Yeah, it's fine, man. That's like we're only on a clock trying to find a princess to stop the end of the world before the now fewer days than we had before.
You
It's
didn't
cool.
you didn't know that time.
No,
works
no,
differently
I'm
in
not
the-
blaming him. I'm just saying, like, we make
It
poor
sounded like you were
choices.
blaming it.
That did sound like you were blaming him.
That sounded very blamey.
Well, we make poor choices. No, it's fine. It's fine.
Honestly, I
Blamey.
deserve a little blame for this. Can I have these papers? I'll go give them to.
Whoa, no, this is our payment.
Oh, that's true. If I don't show him the papers, I can't prove that I saw the person.
Well, I guess we can go with you and vouch for you. And I was just being sarcastic. I'm sorry. My humor is becoming very dry as we get to the end of the world and become more existential, in my outlook.
Yes, this is a brand new thing. She's never done this before.
He bows to you and says, "My lady, I am not a very smart man. So you will forgive me if I do not understand these things, but you are welcome to say whatever you like."
Okay. We should help him out. Agree? Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go see your boss.
All right.
Explain
So-
this mess.
So he heads to his boss and he kind of, without going through it, he explains that you had all gone in, seen many dangers, and that at a certain point it became apparent that the wizard, who hasn't been seen in 200 and something years, was just sort of busy working. And is there anything, like, he's just sort of giving a factual accounting. Is there anything that anybody wants to sort of add in?
Well, I guess
Oh,
else.
there's a whole.
Yeah, go
There's a
ahead.
whole. He's probably gonna kill you if you send anyone else in there. So
Yeah.
maybe
That's
don't
true.
do that.
Yeah. So here's like an example of the stuff he's working on, and she just like shows him the collection of notes. And also Elsbeth will say he mentioned that he worked at the Bernays school, but they didn't understand him. So it sounds like there was a big drama. Maybe people there would still remember him, if you want to call down there and verify the story. Oh, also,
Huh.
you should really look at the person who sold you this and ask for your money back.
I intend to.
By the way, was the last name Actum of the seller?
No.
Okay.
No, it was, but he may have been an agent of that. A lot of times people like to make sales anonymously. Well, yes, I will, he turns to Osgex and he says, I suppose you've done what I asked you to do.
He was totally badass down there. Like, you got a really good person here to work with. Greatest part of a team.
All right, I will send the appropriate letters to the Béarnais School, and this is a very disappointing thing. You know, I've been wanting my own space for a while, but I suppose it can't be helped. This is the world of wizards. They're all insane. Oh well. I'm going to head back to bed, if that's all that anybody wishes for me.
One thing. Sorry, can I just have a moment alone with my compatriots?
Sure.
Like, huddle up, everyone.
Okay.
He kind of walks off. He's rolling his eyes at this point. Right?
Yeah. Like, don't we have a sending stone to the Béarnais School? We could just call them for this guy.
Do we?
We do.
You do?
Okay.
I mean, are you guys all right with me offering that?
I guess so.
All right. Okay. Break.
Okay.
Hero huddle over.
Yeah. Elspeth will turn and say, well, look, we have a faster way to contact the school than going through letters. We have a sending stone, and I know it's late now. Probably nobody will be up, but if you want, we can help you out by making the inquiry for you in the morning. Speed this up a little bit for you.
Certainly, that would be very nice, madam. Thank you. I suppose you'll need a place to sleep.
That'd be nice, yeah.
The night. I'll get my manservant on it. I'll see you in the morning then.
Manservant.
Well, elf servant, if you want to be specific.
Elf servant.
Are you offended by the terminology?
I have never heard anyone actually say it without it being in like some strange play.
He grew up in a monastery. Elspeth pipes up.
So I take it you haven't been to many wealthy households then?
No, not really.
Went to one.
They didn't have a manservant.
You have a man.
As far as you know.
I'm just picturing this. Yeah, this conversation is actually happening. Like, you guys, well, we went to one,
no, it is.
and then Blue's like, "Oh, but he didn't have a manservant."
It totally is. This is within character.
I know.
It's entirely in character. The rest of the idiots.
Perhaps they weren't quite as wealthy as am I.
I see. Well, good for you and your manservant.
How much does a manservant cost?
You don't buy them, you pay them a salary.
Oh, well, it seems like something you'd buy.
I mean, we did hang out with the Tritons. They were royalty.
That's true. We've actually been to two, yeah.
I guess I had fish servants, not manservants.
That's true.
Well, try servants. So that'd be
I'm going
free.
I am quite tired.
Sorry.
Good night.
Thank you. Good night. And he leaves, and after a while, his manservant, who is a dwarf, comes in and says, and his dwarf is kind of looking a little sleepy himself and says, come on. I've got a place for you. It's more of a servant's quarters, but we don't
That's
have
fine.
an
We're
open.
used to sleeping outside. This is fine.
All right. So he takes you into a place where there's kind of like servants, which looks just like a servant's quarters. There's small cots, there's a couple of places, and there are in fact servants sleeping. So there are other beds that are unoccupied.
Yeah, nighty night.
Good night. Good night.
I don't think we need a watch, do we?
I hope
Kind of
not.
being polite.
We don't trust your house. We're gonna stay up all night
Yeah.
and watch it.
So we get a full night's sleep then?
Yes.
Excellent.
Oh, I don't sleep, so I'm gonna go look at this house.
Oh gosh.
Oh, before.
Okay.
Yeah, it's late enough. Sorry, go ahead. I do want to have a look at the notes every night, though, and see if I can decipher any of the scrawlings. So I just wanted to kind of make that a regular thing.
No, actually, no. I am not gonna go have a look. I'm gonna go outside, out of the house, outside, and I'm gonna train with my tail dagger.
Ooh.
That's
All right.
impressive. Do you still mechanically? Do you still get a long rest if you're active? Like, do you still have to rest? I don't know.
I can do like minor tasks like keeping watch or reading a book. Like, I'm not sure if training. I think like basic training.
I think training, as long as you weren't being too aggressive about it, would probably.
Yeah, it's more like it's not really like it's more like training like the dexterity, like having control over it. Not like I'm not like running 10 miles.
Right. All right. So roll. I would like Elspeth to roll intelligence, just a straight intelligence
Sure.
check.
Oops, sorry, that was the wrong one. I was editing my page. Pardon
No problem.
me.
the,
All right,
the,
intelligence.
the notes now can't die. Ooh, smarty pants.
All right. You understand more than you would have expected to. And you're very impressed with what's there. It's all stuff that you've never seen before, and you've seen some math before. You've seen high-level math, even if it wasn't necessarily your top field of research. Beyond that, you actually start to get a sense of this person's system. And you're able to sort of shuffle the pages into something that is almost like an orderly fashion.
Cool.
Which would certainly make other people trying to understand it or get to know it better. It would certainly make it a lot easier.
Okay, cool. Nice.
All right, and Erasmus, you can roll dexterity.
Just a straight dex.
Just a straight dex.
Okay.
I mean, it's tough. You're not quite. You've never really used your tail this way before, but you know you don't hurt yourself. So there's that.
Well, it's still training.
It's still training. Yep. Okay.
Oh, I'm also gonna, once I'm done training, after like a couple of hours or something like that, I'm also gonna burn a couple pages, just for good measure.
Okay. All right, if there is nothing from anybody else, you wake up the next morning. You are roused pretty early because a lot of the servants get up quite early in the morning and get going. And you're invited to sort of a rustic breakfast, not with the wealthy patrons, but with some of the servants and some of the other people that are there. But it's hearty enough. It's, you know, it's a simple sort of oatmeal kind of breakfast. porridge kind of thing. Once everybody's eaten of that, you're called out to meet with the rich dude.
The rich guy.
Alright.
Yes.
Did we ever ask him his name? Or is he just a rich guy?
My lord.
You have not asked him his name, and if you were to ask Uzgex, he would say, "I'm not supposed to say who I'm working for. I don't know if it counts, but I mean, I did give my word."
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Mm.
I just didn't want to be rude when I said hi and said hi, rich guy, rather than hi, Dave.
I wouldn't.
You know,
I just
You could just not say rich guy. You just say
Yeah.
hi or good morning.
just say good morning, sir. You know, or my lord. That works too.
Alright.
He's
Now you're pushing it.
understood. I've been practicing because when I meet the princess, you know, I'm gonna need to have good manners.
Yeah, we're looking for her too.
Yes.
So, we get to practice our manners together, hopefully, when we find her real quick here.
Hmm. I would like that. Yeah. All right. Well, let's head in.
Who has
Right,
a sending stone? Is it in the bag of holding?
I would assume so. So anyone can get it out of it.
Yep. Is it a reasonable hour?
It's early, but from what you know of the school, they get up early too.
Okay. What, we get like 25 words or something? Is that how this works?
Something like that.
All right. Ideas on the message. I'm thinking something along the lines of, if I told you that we met, Galar Akdarn, can you confirm that he worked at Bernays around 270 years ago?
My name is in sandwich, but not in canoe. What am I?
Okay.
Does that sound okay to
That's about
everybody, or?
Yeah, that
sure.
sounds fine.
All right.
About as good of a message as we're gonna get.
Right. So send that off.
Okay. So you send that off, and after a while, you get a response back. And the response is, "Where did you meet that old bastard? I thought he was dead."
Yeah, well, and how many times does it work back and forth? Is there a max per day?
Let me double check that.
He's living in a shell, right? Some sort of, or what is he living in? Okay.
Not last show, yeah. Bigger on the inside.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's once per day. It reloads at refreshes at dawn.
Oh.
Answer her tomorrow. Unless it's a special kind with the maximum of 3 charges per day.
I do not. Would they have given you one with 30 charges today? Roll me a D4. And I'll say if you get a 4, we'll say that is the kind she gave you.
Okay, you want me to roll it or someone else?
Yeah, go for it.
All right.
You rolled.
Fingers crossed. Oh, so close. No, actually, it was only a 25% chance. Closer. Okay. Any number would have been equally likely.
Yeah. So
wait till
it's
tomorrow.
only once a day.
Yep.
So the patron kind of gives a sigh and he says, "I'll just handle the rest of this part on root letters. I'm sure I'll be able to find a way to get my message across. And anyway, thank you all for your assistance, I suppose. It's been nice meeting you. I would hate to forget my manners by forcing you to spend any more time in my company when I'm certain that you have other places you would prefer to be.
Yeah. We're so busy. We should probably go.
We have been here for
Very
3
busy.
days.
Very busy.
Yeah.
Mm.
He
I-
hates us. He said pretty much almost the opposite of what he meant in every one of those sentences.
He has a gift.
Clearly.
So, in any case, he says, don't worry, I made sure to take care of your animals, and I require no reimbursement for that. That is my pleasure.
Thank you.
We're leaving with Uzgex, sorry, right?
We haven't talked to him about that.
I want to talk to him outside of this guy's presence. Let's go.
Uzgex kind of stands up and says, if you don't have immediate need for me, I will. The man just sort of shoos and says, no, I have nothing else for you at this point. I shall reserve the right to call on you if need be in the future. But you've done what you can, and that is enough. And he sort of walks out with you.
After I assume, big doors are closed behind us by servants,
Yes.
butlers. I'm like, Uzgex, and I kind of whisper so the party can hear, but not the servants, hopefully. Like, you sure you want to work for this guy?
Well, I mean, he promised to not have me do anything that would be unsavory, and he was, I don't know if you remember, but I don't have. Can I tell you the truth?
Yeah, but let's get out of the earshot of these servants. Let's go outside where we.
Sure. And he walks off for a while, and when you've sort of gotten your animals together and are off and going, he kind of turns to you and says, I was really poor. I didn't have anything. And when my god, Bahamut, praise be upon his name, came to me in a vision, I didn't know how to be a paladin or how to do any of this or where I would find any of the, training or armor or weapons or any of it. I knew I had to do whatever it took to get to the princess. That was the most important thing. So I did what I could.
That's fair.
Well, I'm thinking that we should ask his lord if we can borrow him, because he's going to learn more from us, and Reverence would be a good role model, mostly. And
Mostly.
He's probably the best role model here.
And if the world is going to end in 30 days, well, it's not like he's going to get in trouble if he doesn't come back to work by the end of the month.
Yeah, what are they going to do? Fire you?
Exactly. I think you should come with us, Uzgex. I think we should
Alright.
ask your lord to do a favor, since we sorted this out for him, and let us borrow you for a couple weeks, which is all we need anyway. And we're also looking for the princess.
Yes, that's the most important thing.
Yeah.
I have I have something of an idea of where she might be,
Oh,
but it's not going to be easy.
Well,
well, if it was easy, someone else would have found her already.
yeah.
Yes, probably so. I'll be right back. And
I think your mentor should go with you.
oh, Reverence.
Eh,
Yes, of course.
Excuse me. Okay, fine. All right. Mentor.
Mm-hmm.
You got yourself
Or-
a pupil.
Yes, you could call him. You could be the master, and he can be your apprentice. You know, like the master paladin and the apprentice paladin, whatever. You know, you work
He's your
that out.
choir boy.
It's called a squire, and
Oh,
Yes, yes.
Choir boy sounds better. Anyways,
I don't think choir boy sounds better.
I don't think it sounds better either.
I mean, they usually sound better. Their whole job is to sing.
What happened to that wizard we had?
She's still there.
Still here?
Oh, she's there. She's just
just
there
quiet.
somewhere.
He's amazed that we've lived this long.
She's
She's
just sort
coming
of
with
like,
us.
she has been. Well, you could roll an insight.
Regretting
Oh, I'm-
life choices.
Oh, I'm definitely rolling an insight.
Are you good at insight?
No.
No, then don't. Well, you can if you want. I'm not going to stop you.
I mean, Erasmus would like look at her and be like, "Are you like being curious?"
I'll give you help.
Uh,
Or you want me to roll?
no, yeah, just you
Fine.
just go.
She seems great. You. So Erasmus says, "Oh yeah, she's quiet, but she's fine." Elspeth, to you, you are getting the sense that she might have been a little traumatized in the.
Found a way to make her way through it with
died.
friendship. Blue
Yeah.
died.
Blue died.
No, we all died except.
Oh,
for
yeah.
Yes.
Ah, yes, those were the days.
All right.
Yeah.
Elspeth will make a mental note that they needed to do some party bonding tonight.
Team building.
Team building
People.
exercise. Trust falls, everyone. We're gonna do some trust falls.
Indeed. So anyway,
All gonna work for a cat.
so Uzgex and Reverence, when you go back, the gentleman comes. He's looking very tired of having to talk to you guys, but he's very polite and says, "Yes, is there something I can do to help you?"
I look at Uzgex. Uzgex, I believe we have we have a incredibly important mission to do, and I would like to take leave with Uzgex for a time.
Ah, and Uzgex says, "Yes, I will be back as soon as I can be, but it is very important, and Reverence is teaching me a lot.
That
And
is the plan.
yes, he's a very, very good paladin. So Reverence, why don't you roll persuasion?
Okay. Persuasion.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Says, that's fine. I'll see when you are finished, whatever it is you're doing. I'm not of no interest to me. Thank you for being so polite. And he just walks away.
Well, that worked out.
Yeah, he's weird. But yeah.
Seems like it.
Right. We should get going. I have some things I can talk to you about, but probably not here.
Okay.
All right.
And then we will make our way to wherever we're going.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
He's got the ideas. Uzgex.
Okay.
So I am going to assume, I don't know why, that you are going to like the nearest. Where are you headed? Let's put it that way.
Well,
Do we just want to camp out and just get information before we?
where does Uzbek want us?
Yeah, he said he
he's
thought he had an
kind of
idea. Yeah. Do we need to go to a town to get gear? Because is it up a mountain, or are we ready to set out right now? Kind of, I guess, the question.
I thought we could just like camp, like find a nice little meadow or something, and just chat with him.
Or like an out, like an overhang or something
Yeah,
around the mountain.
because we don't know where we're going or what we need, so
Yeah.
we can't even be like, oh, let's go to the nearest town, because that might be complete opposite way.
Okay,
Also in
that's
the middle
fine.
mountains, so let's just find a place away from everything and talk to them.
Yeah. All right. So that is not hard to find in this area. You're kind of off the beaten path anyway. So
Here in the Portuguese Alps.
I was thinking the Swiss because that's what I've been in.
Oh, the joke is, of course, that Portugal doesn't have
Oh,
Alps.
right. Yeah. Spain.
all right. So yes, you're up in sort of the area of the Wimber Hills. So you guys go and find a nice area. It's now mid-morning, nice day, and when you're convinced that you're all sort of in private and careful, he says, all right, well, this is what I've been able to find out. So you see, there are a lot of giants up in the mountains. There's actually storm giants, and they live kind of above the mountains. There's some cloud city. It's not easy to get there, and mostly they'll kill you. But
Well,
what?
they already tried that once inadvertently, so yeah.
Yeah, I mean, most of the time they don't go after anybody, but they're
Well, they didn't try to deliberately, but they apparently had a party, and we were out on the party night.
yeah, they do that. Anyway, what I have discovered about them, though, is that around the same time that the princess went missing, they sent some of their agents into local towns and bought clothes and furniture that were better suited for someone much smaller than they would usually have. And in my understanding, the storm giants, they're not like some of these other giants that are really evil. They just don't really like people that much. Smaller people. But sometimes, if they think it's important, they will intervene. And, well, I think that's where she is.
Sounds like a very good conclusion. Good detective work.
So, next question. How do we get there? Or do we just try to get their attention and have them take us there? Do we build
I
up
don't know how
something
you
that can
do
fly?
that.
Can anyone fly?
I mean, I can polymorph into things. No, I can't. Not at this level. I'm only level 2. Different character. Sorry.
Says, well, I can't fly. I'd have to climb, and it's a long climb.
Oh, I
You
thought you
basically
said they lived
have
in
to
the
go
sky.
to the highest peak of the mountain, climb up there, and then when you get to the top, then you have to figure out how to kind of get to the cloud place. But then I think we'll be able to get their attention, maybe.
Are we near my temple?
You are reasonably near your temple. It would be So after talking to him, you figure out that he wants you to go here. This is the highest peak.
Oh, wait,
Your
sorry.
temple is
I was.
here.
Can you bing those again? Sorry. Was on the wrong
Or do you
part
mind
of
if I can?
So this is the highest peak.
So highest peak.
All right.
Does
Yes.
it have a name?
Yes. But it's a giant name, which
Oh.
I would.
Oh, right. No one else lives here, so that makes sense. Well, that's the temple.
And the temple is over here, closer to High Tower.
Hmm.
And
So-
we are where?
Here. So you're sort of kind of equidistant, probably a little closer to the temple. You could get to the temple in a couple of days easily.
Look at Blue. Does your temple have like any interaction with the giants?
Or with flying creatures like giant eagles or griffins or something?
That's an excellent question about my background that Blue does not know.
Blue, you believe that some of the higher ups have had some interaction with the giants. You never did, for sure, and it certainly wasn't like a common thing, but they did. And also, Master Bo seemed to be on good terms with somebody who you understood to be a royal or a personage of some importance in the giant community, though this was not something that you spent a lot of time paying any attention to.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, that. They might be able to help. If nothing else, they know the area better than we do.
That's true. Maybe if someone could help guide us if they've been up that way before or have a map.
They might know how to get us up there.
Yeah, might be better than going in blind to mountains.
Probably. If any of this solves anything, it's that we should ask questions.
Yes. Life lesson, and don't split the party.
All right.
So
well,
should we visit? What do you all think about visiting Master Bo and my temple?
That'd be wonderful.
Well, we are like on this tour of everyone's home.
Yeah, we are going down memory lane. So.
Now we just need Elspeth.
We got to get back over to closer to Stroy then. I mean, yeah, that was Stroy, but the other side of the continent from us.
all right. So you head off, I'm guessing. And we can play out the trip. It's just going to be a couple of days, or we can just go boo and get you to the mountains. I'm cool either way.
Would there be a risk of encountering anything on our way there?
Oh, sure.
Well, in that case, I feel like we shouldn't just warp there.
Do
Like,
we do at least one encounter? Like,
if realistically we would, like, it would be a risk of encountering something there. We
Every
should at
day?
least roll and see if we encounter it.
yeah, we could roll, or like whatever the DM wants to do to for one per day. Is that how? Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Let's see. I need. Yeah, somebody roll me a D100.
Ooh.
Sure.
Okay, Blue. You go, Blue.
56.
Okay.
That's a number.
That's number Wang.
It's a good number. Is it a bad number?
That sure is a number.
knows.
It's a number.
Except for Chrissy.
Mm,
1 second.
Yeah, no worries.
No worries.
So we've got Uzbeks and our other.
All right, I need somebody to roll me a d6.
No, I'll do that.
Okay.
Fuck, that's a 2. That is also a number. I've learned so much math.
It's been very math heavy kind of weeks.
All right. So along the way, as you are going, who's keeping eye out? Is it Reverence usually?
Yeah.
You lead, yeah.
This is not something you would be able to miss. So
Okay.
you're seeing a group of like a wagon train with a bunch of dwarves is ahead of you.
Oh. Okay. I guess I'll hail them. Are we catching up to them or are we moving?
You are, yeah, you're kind of catching up to them. They move slower than you do because they're in wagons rather than, you know. So you will probably eventually catch them. When you hail them, they just sort of wave you on very aggressively, like, no, get out of here.
Friendly.
That's suspicious.
Great.
I'll look
Skygird
at-
all over again.
Can we-
So
What kind of wagons are they?
Well, they're dwarven wagons, which
No, but are they open or closed? Can we see what's in them?
several of them are open and 2 of them are closed.
Reverence? Was Reverence gonna... Sorry, you gonna say something about looking at something, Jess?
yeah, if they don't want anything to do with me,
Yeah, are you gonna be nosy and trying to look into the carts as we pass them, Erasmus? Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Oh, goodness. Okay.
classic.
Are you going to try to sneak?
No, I'm just gonna like look as we ride past.
All right.
Be all
So
casual like.
He can't.
I mean,
Erasmus
like,
too casual.
I'm not gonna like lean over or slow down to look. I'm just like gonna think.
you're being stared at with suspicion, and the dwarves say, "Mind your business. Get on with yourself."
Like I am.
Ah, bah, bah, bah.
Did they walk in front and block the view, or did they just distract attention, or
They.
did he see anything? I guess is what I'm wondering. If
Yeah.
You can roll perception if you want, Erasmus.
Yay. That's an 18. I see
It's-
everything.
Yeah. Well, you see a bunch of dwarves. You see that they are well armed. They look rough. You see that the covered wagons are very well covered. They are not. It's very much like they are blocked from any kind of looky-loos. You would have to get out and sort of go and do some investigating in order to find out what's inside of them. These are people who clearly do not want you to see what's going on.
What about the open ones?
The open ones seem to have your basic, just food and boxes and nothing that makes you feel that they are openly suspicious.
But they put all the suspicious stuff in the other ones. Got it.
yeah, that's how they usually do it. All right, so I guess we're riding past.
Yeah.
Right?
Noted.
So, yep, that's about. And that is basically what happens on that day.
Oh, by the way, so the first time we make camp overnight, I do want to mention to the other members of the party that our party, like not Uzbeks, because Gex, sorry, don't know him yet, but mention that our newbie apprentice is a little bit freaked out, and maybe we should talk about like coping with bad things one evening. And maybe, is there any rum left?
There would be some left,
Yeah, maybe we should finish off the rum.
I think.
All right. Well, she definitely appears to be happy about the rum.
Okay.
Where's the rum? There, cask of rum. There.
Let's teach her to deal with her problems with drinking.
Well, it's more like
Very healthy.
We're not like getting her like shit faced. We're just like getting her something to help her like relax and talk more.
I think it's a joke.
Okay.
Here, this is how we deal with it. Just keep drinking until you pass out. That's fine. No, that's not what. Yeah, we're not doing that.
All right. So she accepts the rum. Says thank you.
Oh, and Reverence can get one of your instruments out.
Absolutely, I'll take out my lute and play us a tune.
All right.
How much rum is left in the casket at this point?
Endless.
it's a magical ton of rum.
Only as much as we
It's
track.
getting light.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you play a couple of good tunes, and she seems to like it.
Yeah, just kind of talk. It was a kind of, like a rough day. A lot of tough things that we're going to see, but, we get through them. We talk about stuff if we need to. Mostly we don't because we're adventurers, but, if you need to talk, we're here.
We mostly just play a lot of music and get into shenanigans,
Set things on fire.
set things on fire.
We do talk about the funny stuff
Get
we do.
captured a lot.
Yeah, that
Oh
happens.
God, that sounds awful.
Oh,
It's
bad.
fine.
Oh, it's wonderful.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's more like a challenge.
We always figured out how to get out of it. This one time, Reverence pretended to be a lawyer to get Erasmus out of jail.
I did do that, didn't I?
Yes, you did.
I mean, it sort of worked.
Yes.
Sort of worked.
And one
It
time,
did.
yeah. Good. Sorry. Go ahead.
It definitely sort of worked. That is the best way to describe that.
I mean, it's still here.
And there was a time that Blue had to drop a really subtle hint to a member of a society in order for us to get sprung from jail. About don't burn your candle wick at both ends or something. So.
I mean, that's. I mean, I'm glad I won't go to jail. You'll get me out if I go to jail.
Yeah.
You're not gonna go to jail.
Jails are usually flammable. You can just burn your way through them.
I don't want to do that.
It's okay. Don't listen to him. We don't.
He's insane.
We're working on that.
I just, my plan was to sort of join the civil service within Skyguard, and work on projects like maybe dams or things of that nature.
Right.
Huh.
Well, if we need to build a dam in order to build a defense, you could use your skills for that.
I really don't think that there's going to be a lot of dam building coming up.
Okay, fair enough.
But I'm glad to be here. I just, I mean, you guys very nearly died, and
Oh, we were fine.
It looked a lot closer than it was.
Yeah. Don't worry. Elspeth and I can handle ourselves.
You can die a lot before you actually die.
Don't say
I've already-
that.
That's true.
Well, it doesn't make it sound any better, does it?
I mean, it sounds like it really hurts.
Oh, sure, but you get over it. You get used to it.
Well, look, we'll just think of this as like a very intensive self-defense course. If you're going to be living over in Skygird, there might be some areas where it's not well lit and you want to take care of yourself. And this is like a crash course in dealing with panic situations. Defensively. Keeping your head about you. Don't think about it like that. It's like a really intensive training camp. And then you never have to do self-defense again.
I don't think any of this is helping.
You can roll persuasion.
I get this feeling that we may not be the ones to comfort people.
Yeah, I'm thinking maybe this adventure she made us a bit more jaded than we started.
All right, so go ahead and roll persuasion.
Okay, yep, finding it. Not performance.
I mean, she nods at you. She kind of tries to smile. At this point, Uzgex is going to say, "My lady, I will make sure that nothing bad happens to you. I'll
He's
guard
way
you
better at this than we are.
with my life."
Definitely. You guys talk.
Yeah. That's what paladins are for.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
She sort of looks at you and says, Is that how you feel, the same way?
That yeah, to a degree. I don't think me and him worship the same God or have the same tenets, but
I think she meant the part about protecting her life.
Oh, of course. We protect anyone's life. Life is very important. That is the purpose of existence, is to maintain your life as long as you can. I just we also tend to have a good time.
Yeah, I like to have a good time.
Oh, so
But
do we.
she's definitely, she's clearly at this point nudging closer to Uzgex and like a little away from you, but but she seems a little better, a little more comfortable.
All right, so maybe you don't take her in the dungeon. Maybe she stays with the horses.
So so that the goblins, when they come out, can get her.
All right, yeah, you get it. Anyway, so that was our encounter and our night of trying to help the intern.
Wonderful.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't a failure.
Yeah. I mean, if it's a pass-fail issue here, like we didn't fail entirely.
I'm gonna rip out a page from the book and soak it in the rum and then burn it to get a nice blue flame going.
Okay. You can roll a wisdom save.
12.
Okay. So you do not, you get the sense of your patron, but your patron feels not distant, but doesn't feel alone to you. You feel like in that space, there is a watchful presence upon you. And that is all.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so get up next morning.
Oh, I'm also gonna use the night to train again.
Yeah, and I also want to have another go after. I
guess we should also, since we're on the wall, we should probably keep watch.
Yeah, we would do our normal. Toby, if you want to go first.
Erasmus? All right, Erasmus. Dexterity.
Okie dokie. Nope.
You end up doing 3 points of slashing damage to yourself.
Ouch. Right, careful with that thing.
Oh my god.
You're right.
I just got the funniest. Oh my god.
What?
Well, you have to
Your
say
dad
now.
again?
Okay, so I'm going to explain this background of this story. We have a friend who lives. You ever have like a person that you know who lives on like in a house, and the house is beside a road, and for some reason they made the driveway almost like a 90-degree angle straight up. It feels like with
Yeah.
like a really run out dirt road that goes straight up to it, and like you just do not understand how most cars could even conceivably get up that road. Have you ever encountered this?
Yes.
Yes.
Very common here in Tennessee. Friend of ours has that kind of house, and a week or two ago we got a message from them, and we had to go buy a pulley system because they had, backing out of that, had wedged themselves between the road and the wall beside the road and got stuck on it.
What?
And we were all making the jokes about it for weeks because it's like you had to have gone out of your way, it felt like, to get yourself wedged between a wall and the road.
Yeah.
Well, I just got a text message. First, I got a text message from one of my my friend's husband. He goes, "So my wife calls me. She says, funny story, you know about how our other friend got stuck on that wall?"
Oh.
And
Same.
he goes, "Well, she got stuck on that wall." And at the same exact time, I get a message from the wife, who's also my friend, who says, "I just did that thing where I got stuck on that wall."
Well, good for everyone involved.
So it was just the timing of two
Yes.
text messages corresponding.
Yeah. That's funny.
All right. Yeah, sorry.
No problem.
That was just really funny to me.
I done my intelligence roll.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Again, I don't know how much into trigonometry you want me to go, but you're starting to get the sense of what he's getting at.
Okay. I wasn't sure if there was like anything else in here that might be useful later, so I just thought I would.
You can roll an investigation.
Okay. Guess I'm also trying to assess, are these just academic books or is there
It's hard to say.
Yeah.
You really need to understand the gist of what all this stuff is before you can see if there's any weird extra stuff.
Fair enough.
Like a secret 10th level spell in there somewhere.
Yeah, well, I'm just wondering, like, if I keep at it, is there going to be something, or am I just going to get really good at trigonometry? Guess we'll find out.
I mean, getting good at trick might help you to like judge distances and stuff.
Yeah, sure. Might get a bonus on my ranged attacks.
There you go.
So anyway, all right.
Now I'm gonna have to look up trigonometry.
No, please don't. It would be wasted on me. It would be utterly wasted on me.
Triangles.
No,
Triangles.
Here I thought I could just fake it, not having done that since high school.
Triangles.
besides, I think it would be more about how much she's understanding of what he's arguing and what she knows, and if it helped her at all. And that's more of the, like any skill.
So, well, you're starting to get better at trig.
The mushrooms and trig, the two things that like maths and fungus, the two things I don't like in my real life, are defining Elspeth.
Elspeth is turning into a real genius.
She is like the STEM ideal.
All right. All right. So now we're going to do watches. So, Reverence,
Yes.
go ahead and roll perception.
All right.
Yeah.
I went to sleep.
Yeah, you fell asleep. That was weird. Just, it was so relaxing out in the hills, looking at the mountains. Next thing you know, you're just snoring.
Good thing Erasmus isn't asleep.
Mm-hmm.
So
All
does he
right.
wake up the next person for the next one, or did they just sleep through all of our watches?
Rasmus
I'm,
eventually.
I'm assuming at some point I noticed that, like,
Yeah.
oh wait, Reverend's fell asleep. I should probably get the next person.
Fair enough.
Yeah. So, who do you wake up, Erasmus?
I wake up Elspeth.
You know,
Okay. All right, Elspeth, you can roll perception.
That's a 20.
mm-hmm.
Okay. You keep a good eye out, and there's definitely let's see, with the 20 and about where you are. Yeah, you couldn't see from where you are. All right, so never mind. I was just sort of looking, trying to judge distance in my head. You see some wildlife, some animals and whatever. Nothing that appears very threatening or frightening to you.
Okay, then I will wake up Blue.
Okay.
All right. Perception.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you get bored a couple times, and so your attention is not as sharp as it would often be because you're close to home and you're thinking about your home and having memories and all that stuff, but nothing unusual or weird jumps out at you.
Sounds good. I'll just tell Erasmus I'm going to bed. You're in charge. Please.
Okay.
All right, Erasmus, go ahead and roll perception. You spend the whole time trying to fix your tail and your boo-boo, your injury. So, which by the end of the evening, I'm not exactly sure how this works, but I'm guessing that you get better.
Okay.
But you weren't happy with yourself.
So I get the 3 points back, or?
I'm going to say yes, because I think that's how it works.
It's after a long
Okay.
rest, and he's sort of he has rested in a normal
Yeah.
sense. If he'd done it
Yeah.
and then gone to bed, it would have been the same.
Yeah. So, yes, you get your 3 points back.
Okay.
So next day, get on the horses, onto our whether or not we have an encounter.
All right. So roll a D100 again.
I'll do it this time. They're fun. They're so rare to roll. So.
Okay. All right. So, you head out, and you haven't gone very long until you see a man stumbling onto the road in front of you. He is clearly very badly wounded, and crows are following him.
All right. Well, I'm gonna ride up to him. So I don't know if you I need to just do that with my horse. Giddy up and close the distance. Get closer. Going to, I'll just send out a healing word to him.
That definitely helps, and as he sort of takes in that energy, he turns back to the crows and says, "Get out! Get out! I'm not dead yet."
What is up?
Hi. I was attacked.
By the crows?
No, the crows came because They thought I was going to be dead soon and they'd eat me. I assume they're crows.
Who attacked you?
Oh,
You
What were
assume
you
they're
attacked
crows? Wait, that was a weird answer.
thieves, bandits,
Hmm.
nasty bitches.
So you say you thought they were crows? What else would they have been?
I don't know. Sorry, it's been a long night.
No,
I
fair
need
enough. Yeah.
Yeah,
to rest. I've been running. Can I get some water?
Yeah, sure. And if everyone else is close, I don't know if anyone else wants to offer their water skin, but I can
maybe
also.
someone getting here, getting up to you at this
Yeah.
point.
Yeah, I'll give him my water skin, and I'll also cast Good Berry. Offer him one. I mean, it's not gonna heal him any. Like I could give him 10, but it's mostly just so he doesn't. He hasn't eaten.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So he eats the good berry. He appears again better, and then he kind of lays down, and he looks like he really does need to rest.
Can't let him sleep in the road.
I guess we could take him with us.
Yeah.
You want?
Don't really have any carts or anything, do we?
What? Did he have one? Did he have a horse? Like, how did he end up there?
Do you have a
Maybe it's
horse
good
around
question.
And then fell asleep. Is he asleep now?
Is
Are
he
we
already
asleep now,
asleep?
buddy?
you? Is he already
He's
asleep?
not asleep, but he's really tired.
All right.
I mean, I could wild shape into a bear and carry him.
Okay.
Are you
What-
going
what-
to tell him before that you're going to do
Oh,
that?
yeah. Maybe that's a good idea.
Wait, what race is he?
He appears human.
Okay.
Say, hey, buddy, before you go to sleep, we're gonna carry you, all right? But I'm gonna have to wild shape to do that. So don't freak out when you wake up and you're being carried by a bear, okay? It's a weird day, I know.
He goes, all right.
Okay, then yeah, I'm gonna wild shape.
Thanks for saving my life.
Yep. Go to sleep.
You're welcome.
Yep. So she's a brown bear. Oof.
And he says, be careful up north. That's where the bandits are.
Oh.
Okay, I think we should take him to your monastery.
That sounds right.
That seems like a good thing, or at least some village or something, somewhere where we can leave him.
Well, I don't know if there's anything between there and here.
Probably not.
Yeah,
We're in the middle of nowhere.
that's why we wasn't just gonna leave him asleep in the road. Okay.
All right. I need to run and be right back.
Yeah, we'll do a
Okay.
quick break.
Okay.
Yeah, quick break.
All right, sounds good. I will too. So talk amongst yourselves. You're still alive.
Dabba 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 dabba.
Ooh, I pierced my ears today.
Oh yeah,
Both
yeah.
of them. Both of them.
Nice.
How
Excited.
many are you up to at this point?
3.
Okay.
We got both my ears pierced and my cartilage pierced.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
That's nice.
I'm being rebellious against my mother.
Really?
Just like I got my cartilage pierced last year around now.
Yes.
Like, and then I went home for Christmas, and my mom was not happy about it. Not going home for Christmas
you're
this year.
doing it again.
Yep, I'm just gonna make it. A
Well, I would
tradition.
hope he isn't going home for Christmas this year.
Yeah, I'm not going home for Christmas, but I figured let's make it a tradition of
Of doing things that
Disappoint
make
my
your
mother.
mom upset.
yeah
Nice.
Wait.
for Christmas. Here's your Christmas present for this year, Mom.
Wow. You're such a good child.
Such a good boy.
It's good boy. So that was my Saturday. The most exciting thing that happened. I took out the recycling and then I got my ears pierced. That was it.
The most exciting thing that happened to me was finding out that there's people selling what's effectively a fancy light bulb with a sister coil in it for $15,000.
Wow.
That was
That sounds cool.
That was the topic of taking a look at it.
Oh. I'm going to join you next time, probably.
Yeah, that would be the second.
Okay. The second.
Who's the
Oh,
next?
nope. Can't on the second.
Yeah.
We're online, so I can't say what I'm doing, but I am busy on the second.
Okay. Oh, there it would be. Let's see. The 16th would be the one after that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I probably won't even be. I won't be here for the second either.
Mm.
Well, fair enough. So yeah, that's my Saturday. I mean, I've also went shopping, but like that's not that interesting.
Yeah. I don't know what else. Hopefully, I'll get vaccinated soon. That'll be interesting.
Get all that mRNA inside you.
Oh, I had somebody telling me that the vaccine was going to change. IRL, like somebody in front of me told me that the vaccine was going to change your DNA, and I was like,
"You don't understand the central dogma." Great.
Like I just nothing but deep breathing happened at that time.
That is the wrong way. Unless somehow there's some kind of reverse transcription and integrase encoded in it, it's not happening.
Can I is this conversation at a natural pause where I can change the subject?
Yeah,
All right.
Random.
Are we still waiting for Chrissy?
I think so.
Okay. Then
Randomly.
has anyone ever actually been in a game with a deck of many things?
Yes,
No.
I have put a deck of many things.
Yeah, what
I
happened?
feel like that's a huge mistake. But
I'll tell you. Let me tell you, I've used a deck of many things, and a deck of many things is a guaranteed way to end your campaign.
Yeah, that's kind of what I got the impression of.
I decided to do it. There was a recurring character who was in one of our campaigns who was an incredibly powerful mage who was basically absent-minded, didn't even really know they were a mage. And the party had came across them and had helped them for something, and he casually gives them access to a deck of many things. The current storyline had involved 2 or 3 of the party members were going to go save. Were in it to go save the Beguiler, which was the class from 3.5. The Beguiler's sister, and the other 2 were mercenaries essentially. The party members pulled one by one. The Beguiler pulls a card. The Arcane Warrior or whatever it was called pulls the Eldritch Knight pulls a card. He pulls 3 cards because he's an idiot.
Oh no!
He pulls 3 cards. He gains 10,000 gold.
Okay.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Very excited. Pulls in the second card, gains a level.
Oh.
Man, real excited now. Pulls his third card, banished to the center of the earth. That party never came back to a campaign, by the way. After that, not that I wanted him there. He was kind of the hanger-on.
he did pull 3 cards. That tells you a whole lot.
And then next party member pulls 1 card, dies instantly.
Oh no.
Ooh.
Is that the void?
Like is evaporated essentially, or something like that. Third, the Beguiler pulls a card. Well, actually, one of the mercenaries pulls a card. Gains a level, changes his alignment completely. Yeah. Those are the 2 things he gets.
This one does.
Then the other mercenary pulls a card. Loses all his gold.
Oh, yeah.
And then gains a magic item. Okay, so that was the 2 mercenaries. Then the Beguiler, the driving force of the storyline so far, pulls Banished to the center of the earth. First card he pulls.
Oh, well, at least they're now have company.
So no, not banished to the center of the earth. He was captured by a great entity.
Oh,
Something along the lines, like
no.
yeah, like a great powerful entity had him captured, leaving the two mercenaries alone standing in a field. And they turn to each other and they go, let's go home, fuck this shit. And that was the end of that like part of the story. We literally had to like do a jump cut.
Oh wow.
So that was my main experience with the deck of many things.
Yeah. Amazing.
I think there are like reduced version of them that like aren't as game breaking, but
Yeah,
yeah.
the deck of several things. I think is one of them. Yeah, I'm kind of.
Did they give a couple of things?
I guess if you could, if you could just homebrew some. For instance, like if I could homebrew some of them to be a character goes to a different plane, and I have a way for them to go to that plane.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Then
or just drag your whole team or your whole party with them.
Well, it's also like I think it can be used for good like storytelling, because they can find it and like go as they like go through the location where they're originally gonna find it. They can see all the like the things that have happened to the people who had it last. like the traces of like, holy shit, what the fuck happened here?
Well, I mean, you could pull out a deck of many things at any time, so you wouldn't have to use it right away. You could just pocket it and carry it for 10 sessions.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they didn't.
So anyway, is Chrissy back yet? No,
think
not
so.
yet.
I
Okay,
guess not.
okay. So yeah,
I
I
am.
was. Oh, okay.
I am. I was just letting you finish the story.
Okay, right. Of the deck of many things.
All right. So, oh, excuse me. So you head north. And what are you doing? Who's keeping an eye out? Who's doing what?
Usual order. I guess we put the squishies in the middle. I mean, we put the paladin in the.
Well, I guess since we've been warned about the bandits, we might all want to keep watch.
Yeah.
Like it looks like it could be like everyone
I mean,
could
I
be
am a
on site.
bear, and I'm holding somebody, so.
Yeah, you're kind of busy.
Mm-hmm.
I think we also got to give Uxkex or gosh, what's our wizard's name? I forgot her name. Liddy. Elspeth's horse.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
Because we still got one.
unless Uskix has his own mount.
Yeah. And actually, as a bear, I get advantage on perception rolls that have to do with smell. So.
You might be able to smell the bandits.
Yep.
Smell.
All right. So how about a couple of people then? Somebody makes I would say somebody can make a perception roll, and you can also make a perception roll as Elspeth, but I'm going to say that because you're carrying someone, that's going to negate your advantage.
Okay.
But we'll just see if you smell something.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Then I think I'd
I'll
rather.
help out.
Okay, I'd rather do it as with my Elsbeth stats than my bear one, because it doesn't make any. I'm better as with my own stats in that case.
Well, doesn't wild shape like only change your physical? Like all your mental stuff is the same.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I'll roll
But
with
your
my
stats change though, right?
But I thought it was only the physicals.
Yeah, I think that's you're thinking of like polymorph or something.
Yeah, polymorph changes everything, but
Wild
I think
shape.
pretty sure wild shape only changes your physical, but all your mental stats remain the same.
Yeah.
Because you're still you.
Like I could still do a survival check in my form.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. All right, so.
Oh yeah.
Gotcha. I think she smelled that.
Smell it? smells like people who are about to get killed.
Yeah. All right. You do smell off the road a sour and pungent stench of bad people. It assaults your bare nose. You're just like, ugh,
Theo.
stinky people.
Mhm.
In fact, you don't. You do not. With the natural 20, I'm going to say you don't think that they're all exactly the most human or human-like of people. Like
Oh.
some of the bandits, you smell human, but you also smell something that does not smell entirely human to you.
All right. Well, I can't say anything because I'm a bear.
Mm.
But what I can do is lift my paw and kind of with the guy under his knees and like point in that direction and kind of grunt. Ugh. I don't know how bears talk. In the direction of the things, and then kind of make a little boxing with my hands, but not very much because I'm holding the guy.
What's that lesson? As Timmy falls down the well?
Yeah. Woof woof.
You can roll performance to see
How they get it.
how much.
Not too bad.
It's a dancing bear.
Yeah. I'm doing the hokey pokey.
I mean, it's pretty obvious what you're trying to say. You know, punch, punch, this way, this way. So, not the hardest thing. So you're able to communicate that.
That's all I got, guys.
All right.
That's more than enough.
Should someone go search this out, or someone with
Look
the
at
sneaking capabilities?
Yeah. I guess.
You love it. You know.
I do. Sneak off
All right.
into the woods.
So, all right. So first, roll stealth.
Oh, and I do get advantage on the sound bits. I don't know what that. Boots of things, leggings. Other leggings.
Leggings of silence.
Okay, go ahead and roll perception.
Let's
Okay.
go there.
Somewhere off to sort of west of the trail, you come across some tracks. You follow them very silently and stealthily, and eventually you find a group. You see a couple of really beefy human-looking bandits, and you see what you understand to be bugbears as well.
Oh.
What's that?
So they seem to be sort of grunting at each other. They don't seem to be doing anything right now.
Okay. I'm gonna make a note of where I saw them and the general area and head back to inform the rest of the party.
Okay. So
I'm
you
still
do
a
that.
bear.
Yeah,
so.
guys, there's bugbears.
Ugh.
Probably the things that hurt our new friend.
Anyone else, or suggest them?
The big, beefy-looking human things.
Big beefies. Oh.
Big beefy.
So, do we just continue up the road? Do we go deal with them? What's the plan here?
Not totally certain. What are we doing?
I mean,
Maybe
we
scare
could-
them away. Be like, hey, boo.
We could go pay them a visit.
Boo.
Boo, go away.
Stop attacking people on the road.
Yeah.
Unless they deserve it.
Or we could just jump them.
I mean, I guess, yeah. I'm okay with that. They're bandits. Whatever.
Yeah.
Feel like at this point they'd earned it.
I mean, look what they did to this guy.
Yeah. I agree.
That's
Yeah.
true.
I don't know. I mean, I don't think this guy did anything bad.
Well,
It was harmless enough.
Definitely doesn't deserve the extent of which you got it, at least.
yeah. If they're all standing in a big cluster, I could sneak up, cast Wall of Fire, and just cook them alive.
Okay. Okay. We were talking about not deserving things.
We're also
Yeah.
talking about jumping them.
That's different than like burning them alive.
The end
Is it?
result is the same.
He's been doing it the entire time we've been with him.
That is true.
Just saying.
Nah.
There's not much difference because he already does it every day.
That is very true.
Okay, I want to point out I was merely offering up a very effective move if we were going to jump them.
Erasmus, all of your moves are effective. The problem is that burning everything down is not as effective as you think it is.
Liddy says, maybe I should stay back here with the injured person and hide until you guys come back, just so he's safe.
Yeah, Elspeth will look for some like low bushes or a hedge or something where she can move him over and drop him behind.
Yeah, there's plenty of those around, so there's not even really. So these two kind of hide out and just say, okay.
Elspeth stands up and kind of points again and sort of does her fighting motion, but with a free range of her elbows now because she's not holding anything. Go, let's punch people.
Bare
Okay.
arms.
I want to bear arms, yes.
I've been waiting so long to make that joke.
All right, are you guys just charging at them? Are you gonna sneak? Or what are you doing?
How about this? The two not sneaky people go in there and figure out what's up. And if they're bad people who deserve to be burned, then the two sneaky people who are sneaking along with you can burn them.
Really?
Hey, we're using you as bait this time.
It's a strategy.
Using me and Elspeth as bait.
Yes. Maybe you can talk them down first.
What if we get jumped and knocked unconscious?
I will be right there.
We'll be right there. We'll be watching you from the shadows.
I
Oh.
don't think Ozgek says he's looking at everybody, and everybody who you've decided to use as bait is covered in shining armor. You know, so
Well, I'm
he's
a
like,
bear.
So we have a bear and two people in shining armor and huge
Oh.
maces.
Well, we can have the two paladins be charismatic. You're supposed to teach them. It's a teaching opportunity.
Elspeth will like drop to all fours, and like go over and like nuzzle Reverence's rope that's on his waist. You know, sort of like bound up, and then sort of like hang out next to him. See if he gets it.
Okay.
You now have a pet bear.
Wonderful. All right, whatever. Let's do it. I guess I'll tie a rope around. I'm gonna tie the loosest rope possible around this bear's neck. I'm like, so we're just gonna ride up to him, and I'll be like, "You stupid idiots, get out of here!" Or I'll let this bear eat you. Sounds like a plan. And then you guys are going to be following behind, right? I'm not just going to do this and then get jumped by bugbears,
No,
correct?
Take Uxkus with you. Teach him the ways of being charismatic.
I don't know why I'm the one. I never.
Gex is like,
Come along, Gex.
don't worry, Reverence. I've got your back.
Oh, I'm sure you do. Please stay right behind the elk at all times.
Yeah.
Until, they actually start running at us, and then you can do whatever you want.
And we are going to be sneaking along between the rocks and bushes.
So I will ride up to the bugbear camp, as brash as one can be, with a bear on a leash and a dragonborn walking behind me.
You certainly will. All
I really
right.
don't see the problem here.
The oddest sight these bugbears have probably ever seen in their entire
Element of
lives.
surprise.
It won't see it coming.
No one wants.
I do need you to roll perception.
All right. I'm sure this will work well. Sorry. Not as good as it gets.
All right, that is good enough that you see about halfway there that there is a trap set, and you are able to sort of look at it and scout around it. So that's good. And let's see. When you make it there, obviously, you not being particularly quiet, you get to the camp and they are waiting for you and they're looking at you.
Greetings, my companions. I noticed that there had been some trouble on the road as of late, and I had just wondered if you had anything to do with it.
They look at you and they say, look at each other. First, I actually want Erasmus and Blue to roll stealth just to be, just to see.
I'm a stealthy. Oh, well, much more stealthy than me. But it's 28. Damn leggings.
These leggings.
They're so
The
warm.
leggings, the silent leggings.
All right, I think that is enough. Barely. That they don't seem aware. You're not as stealthy as you usually are, but they do not, as far as you can tell, seem aware, and that anybody else is there. Also, if you guys roll perception.
Okay.
Okay. Erasmus sees nothing. Blue, you know now that there's more than just the people in the camp, that there's others sort of hanging back, seeing what's up.
Okay.
So,
Mm-hmm.
all right. So let's see how this goes. So, you had gone in and said, did anybody see anything?
I said I wondered if these fine people had anything to do with the banditry problem in the region.
After looking at you, the human and one of the bigger bugbears gets up and they walk together and they say, "I know, we've had nothing but nice camping. We're on a hunting trip."
A hunting trip? And what is it you're hunting, friends?
Oh, elk.
A very cute jest, I understand. There are no elk in this region unless you're in the mountains. Now, why would a man such as myself, riding an elk, wearing the most radiant of armors, approach you so openly unless I knew that I could kill every single one of you if I wanted to? So, let's just be honest here. You're the bandits in this region, and You're either going to pack up and leave, or you're going to have a very bad time. And I'm going to give him my biggest grin.
All right, roll intimidation.
All right.
How scariest.
10.
Oh yeah. All right. Well, I guess we're gonna roll initiative then, because Ken will not do it.
And they start rushing towards me, and the stupid little hammer just starts going. I was like, I hate that noise. And then I roll again, and 17. Sweet.
So I'm gonna.
Oh.
All right. Okie dokie. So let me get up a counter.
Here we go.
Which I can do. I can figure out how to do this again. All right.
Yeah.
So. Yay.
Oh, I can put mine own in, right? Just did.
All right. So Reverence, you were 17.
Yep.
And each time also 17.
Who has better?
Me.
Okay. Blue.
7. Somehow.
Oh God, what happened?
What?
The name, you mean?
Hang
But
on.
I think it doesn't matter which character name you roll under. If you roll the character sheet, I think other Reverence has had that before.
I just rolled ladies.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, she's not there though.
I'm assuming she's not going to be any part of that.
Yeah, we left her behind under the tree.
Okay. I wasn't totally certain, so I just rolled anyway.
Yeah. Fair.
I'm going to roll for our friend.
She was all scared. We can't traumatize
Yeah.
her too much.
Fair enough. But by the end, I bet she's gonna decide to go into adventure.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that one.
Maybe we're not really good.
No, maybe I shouldn't have an apprentice.
Well, this case is different.
Is he?
He's already
He's
an
a
adventurer.
paladin.
He's more paladin than me.
Yeah, but he's also less of an experienced in adventuring.
Oh, maybe the student has become the teacher.
No, I don't think so. I don't think we have the same god.
No, yeah.
Though I'll say he probably reminds you at least a little bit of what you were like when you first started out. Reverence. You were probably, my sense of it, and you can disagree with this, but my sense is you were probably a little more stiff when you first decided.
Oh, I've been stiff the entire campaign, just in a completely different way.
Okay, let's see.
Oh, goodness. Poor Letty. Is there like D&D therapy, like psychologists in this world?
Where you go for a session and you just game for an hour?
No. Like,
No, as in like in universe.
In universe,
Oh.
like can we get Liddy therapy?
Oh, right.
Like, what?
That's okay.
You could try for sure.
Healing word only heals physical scars.
Mm-hmm.
That's funny. That's a good one there.
I should say wounds, not scars.
This tank is looking so damn baller.
Well, technically speaking, it does actually heal mental because it can heal psychic damage.
That's
That's
not
true.
the same. Psychic damage is more like a physical form of mental damage.
I know. More like brain hurty.
So we have a lot of threes going on. So now I'm gonna have to figure out who's got the
No.
whose three is the biggest three.
That makes sense in D&D terms.
I'm saying it all the time.
Other threes.
Which one of you got the biggest three?
All right. So let's see who our threes are. All right. Let's come on. Turn order. Okay. All right. So who is this? Uzgex, the chief, and what the heck's it? Who's this? Who is this? Do you know? Does anybody know who the map is?
That's from the Dora the Explorer.
We're gonna assume that.
Hey kids, do you know who the map is? What is that?
Yeah, he had a little jingle where he says he's the map over and over and over again.
The map, I'm the map, I'm the map.
Yeah, see?
Okay. I'm gonna assume the map is
Terrifying.
nobody.
The terrifying thing is, of course, that Dora the Explorer is literally a mutant. She has the superpower to gain knowledge through televisions from around the world.
Yeah. She's an unofficial X-Men.
All right. So the first one up is the bandit captain guy is going to come straight at you, who is in front. And that would be, he is going to make 3 melee attacks. So, all of which are +5 to hit.
Good to know.
Okay.
He's looking for what is he looking for?
15?
He's looking for a 15 to hit.
Okay. All right, so the first one hits.
Mhm.
The second one does not. And the third one does not. So he hits you with a scimitar, but is unable to sort of just get the reach up with his second scimitar or his dagger. So that gets him 1d6 plus 3 slashing damage.
Mhm.
Okay. 7.
All right.
And let me. Okay. Now, let's see. From the woods, there will be some daggers come whistling out. And who can they see? They can see Uzgex, and they can see you, and they can see Elspeth the bear. Correct?
Yep.
All right, so let's say 2 will come out at Elspeth the bear, and again, this is +5 to hit.
I've got nothing for an armor class. My armor class is 11.
Yeah, that one hits, and that one hits. Okay, and those are, let's see, 1d4 plus 3 each. So 4, 7. 7 slashing damage.
Gives a roar. Ah!
Going to run at this. The other is going to throw a couple daggers at Uzgex. That one will hit. 19.
That probably also hits.
I believe that also hits. I will double check. Uzgex is.
Poor Skex.
It's pretty low damage.
Yeah.
Still.
He is 80. Yeah, he's. Sorry, this is a lot of characters to sort of concentrate on once.
Sure.
So that is. So 7 plus. Did I not roll it right? 7 plus. Oh no, it just happened to be the same. So 14 points he takes. Okay. All right. Okay. And that will bring us to Erasmus.
So can I see what's going on?
You can definitely see what's happening in the clearing in the camp.
Yeah, where Reverence is.
Yeah.
Cool.
So
Well, I'm gonna shoot an Eldritch Blast or both bolts at the guy in front of Reverence. And because Reverence is there, I have advantage. So let's see if
You're also hidden, so you would have got an advantage on anybody you attack.
that's true. 25
Yeah.
and 16.
yep, they both hit.
Awesome. That's 7 and that's 6. That's 13 points of force damage. As these bright red bolts come flying out of the other side of the woods into the side of his head.
All right, that stings. Are you pushing him back as well?
No, I'm keeping him there because I know Reverence is gonna kill Reverence. Okay, out of game, Reverence is next up, so I want Reverence to attack him. But in game, Reverence will probably be gearing up to knock him in on the head.
Knock him on the head.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, and that leaves us to Reverence. It's your turn.
Well, let me draw this paintbrush off real quick. There we go. Let's see. This fella in here in front of me. He's looking real nice. You know what? Make an example of him. Reverence looks at him, said, "Told you you're going to regret this." And as he does, his eyes flare with demonic red, and his sword burst into a flame. And then he's going to try to stab the guy with the sword. The flaming sword. I cast Branding Smite on my sword.
Nice.
Okay.
First attack, 22 to hit.
That hits.
All right, so that's Branding Smite.
That's the one that lights him on fire, isn't it?
I'm pretty certain that's the one that lights him on fire. Yeah. No. It's the one that he can't turn invisible if he had it. That's an additional 2d6 radiant damage, and he can't go invisible if he has it, the ability to. And he's highlighted at all times now. I'm also going to expend a second level spell slot
It's a normal
to do a normal smite as well,
all the smiting.
which I believe is 4d8.
He's gonna be so smoked.
So first, no, I don't have to do that because I don't get rerolls anyway. Yeah. Plus 5, I believe. 4 plus 4. 23 damage.
Wow.
Okay.
And that's first attack. He's on fire. No, he's not on fire. He's highlighted now.
Does
Yeah.
that mean other people get advantage on his attacks against?
No, he just can't go invisible and he can't hide. And then I'm gonna stab him again. A 17 to hit.
That hits.
7 more damage.
All right, he looks pretty bloody.
All right, that's my turn.
How do I have Erasmus here twice? Okay, let me get rid of him. Blue.
All right. Let's see. So, I'll just gonna run up and finish up the one guy that's on fire, or not on fire, highlighted. How far is he? Probably not too far.
I mean, he's within 120 feet.
Yeah.
He's with a 90. He'll be good. Okay. Cool beans. So he is just gonna get my 2 unarmed strikes and the 2 flurry and the flurry blows afterwards. So
Those
the
all
lowest
hit.
was 15.
They all hit, so
Got him.
Oh, that's an annoying crit.
I mean, I didn't get it, but yeah, it would have been.
Yeah.
all right. So 22.
26, 37.
Oh yeah, he's dead.
All right.
So you've killed him.
And that's all I got.
All right.
Just growl at everyone else who's around. Little puny little kitty growl.
All
There's
right.
like half of a purr in there.
So, a couple of the bugbears. Well, there only are a couple of the bugbears from the camp come charging at you guys, and let's see what they can do. They are going to. They're both going to rage. Okay. Let's see.
I had an Erasmus moment where I thought, raging doesn't stop fire.
So plus,
That's exactly what I was thinking. Unless they're totem warriors of the bear.
Okay.
all right, so they are. They both have multi-attack, and they both have +5 to the attack. So a couple of them are going to go at. One of them is going to go after blue, and one is going to go after. Actually, let me see. Now there's 4 people. They're going to go after the bear. Okay. So 2 hits against blue.
One of them with disadvantage because blue is gonna glow.
All right. Yeah, that's definitely not going to hit. And then 20.
That is my AC.
Okay, so you get hit with a D 2d12 plus 3. He's raging. All right, 15 points of slashing damage.
Oof. Beefy bugbears.
Yeah, these are beefy bugbears. These are beefy guys. You can tell from looking at them that these are not.
They've been hitting the gym.
These are bugbears that have been working out.
Steroids.
All right, and so the other is going after the bear and probably going to hit them both. Oh, hey, misses one time.
Nice.
Hits the first time. Swings back around, but at that point, Elspeth is up on her hindquarters, going ah. It's just enough to like tip them off. So that is another 2d12 plus 3 or 4. What did I say?
4?
3.
Okay.
So you have 12 points of slashing damage. All right. This takes us to the Bugbear Chief, and I'm going to see if I can figure out what would he do. What's he gonna do? All right, he's gonna hold up his hand and say, "Hey, stop. We will leave."
Oh.
And no one else must die.
Has anyone died?
One of
Yeah,
theirs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Blue killed one.
The one that you smoked.
Yeah.
I finished.
The one that like we
Mark.
literally all three ganged up on.
We made an example. We did the thing that you wanted to do. We made an example out of him. And now?
And now he's exemplified.
Yep. So yeah, Blue will put up his arm, his little paws, and like.
He's been exampled.
All right.
Now go punch him.
Uzgex is going to say, "Oh, they're surrendering, boss."
No, that is not what they're doing.
And he is going to believe that and not go after them. So, Elspeth, it's your turn as a bear.
Well, she understood it. So I guess what she'll do is she'll go on her hind legs. I don't know if this is gonna work. But as her action, she's going to roar and look very scary and try to intimidate the bear chief a bit, to put a punctuation mark. This is going to be pathetic. Okay, here we go. Roar.
You half choke on your roar somehow.
The chief looks and says, "I think your bear needs help."
It really does.
Poor bear.
I was taking it to the vet now.
It might have to be put down.
All right. All right. So you hear a rustling as some of the. Okay. You're not sure, though, what exactly the bandits have decided to do that are in the woods. Erasmus, it's your turn. You have a bugbear chief, 2 thugs. They're sort of standing.
I'm gonna hold my action to attack if anyone tries to attack any of the people still now in the clearing. Any of my friends.
Okay, reverence.
I will sit there on my elk and be like, "Yep,
Come at me,
go
bro.
on now."
What'd you say? I'm sorry.
I'm telling like, "All right, go on now, get out of here."
Blue?
Just gonna sit down on the floor and cross my legs.
In the blood of the guy who just died.
Well, the
Clean my
bugbear.
paws, bloody paws.
Yeah. The bugbear thugs sort of lower their weapons and start backing away. The bugbear chief also does the same, goes with them. They melt into the woods, and then you hear the sound of scurrying people.
Yep, all's well that ends well.
See, that was a good plan, Reverence. Only one person died, and it wasn't one of us.
And can I just point out who came up with the plan?
Me, I came up with the plan clearly.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Uzgek says, I agree. It was a very good plan, boss.
Thank you.
Elspeth
Yeah,
laughs
plan,
in
boss.
bear.
Plan, boss.
Right. So yeah, head back toward the road.
All right.
We're not gonna go through their little campsite.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna.
I mean, if they have
Sorry.
something, sure.
Yeah.
I don't know if they.
Just investigate anything of
Go
interest.
ahead.
Oh, okay. I can't actually get to my keyboard because there's a cat. I literally have a cat that I'm like trying to wrangle with, so she doesn't knock everything over.
All right. I can roll investigation for you if you want.
Yes, please.
What's your modifier?
No. I mean, she can just roll
Oh, from
my.
the sheet.
It doesn't have one, so I could really just roll a d20. Yes, I love you, but you're on my mouse. You're making it really
Yeah,
difficult.
of course it's on the mouse.
Mm-hmm.
It's a cat.
She did that.
You
Okay.
find some. You do find some money, especially on the bandit captain. He also has a scimitar and 2 daggers, and you find 5 gold, 16 silver, and 3 copper on him.
Who's writing this down?
I can put it down
Okay.
since I'm the one looking.
Yep. Spending money.
It's 5 gold.
Elspeth doesn't have any pockets right now.
Is anyone else gonna check the area or?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
Oh, be careful for the trap on the way back. Maybe disarm that.
Yeah, probably a good idea.
I can give it a firebolt on the way back.
Elspeth, did you just pop out of bear then?
No, sorry. I shouldn't have said anything. More of this kind of metagaming. I was just more thinking of I'm thinking of the fictional characters in this land who might accidentally run over a bear trap. And I was worried about them.
Well, I'm assuming Reverence would have done it anyway, so that's fine. So, all right, you head.
Just point, like the bear could just point at the trap as we walk past it.
Or set it off after we passed it.
So you head back to where Liddy and the previous person who was injured by the bandit is still hiding. Liddy looks very happy to see you, and the guy who, the injured fellow, is still recovering and still kind of like in and out of being conscious or whatnot.
Okay, I'll pick him up again. Head out.
She says, "Is everyone okay?"
Yeah, it worked out well.
That's good. We were fine.
Good.
Good.
No more bandits. For a little while.
Mm. Yeah, awful people.
Very violent.
Well, they tend to be abandoned for a reason. Not always a choice to become such a thing.
Yeah. Please don't let me fuck off from here.
All right. So, yeah, at this point, not having taken very long, you are able to make it to the bottom of your mountain, Blue. And your mountain is not as high as the one that Reverence had.
Well, he's not here.
Oh,
Or
didn't-
BRB.
yeah, BRB'd.
Oh, well.
Oh, I didn't notice that. All right. Well, listen, it's 8 or almost 8. We've been at this for 3 hours. Is this a
Yeah.
good place to stop?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, it seems like a fun place to stop. Like, there's gonna be a big story thing, I'm assuming, since we're going into the temple.
I'm sure you want to actually be able to plan for it and not have to make up a bunch of stuff.
Yeah,
It would be good. It would be good.
let's hope this one isn't run by hellish creatures again, like the last temple.
We just come up to like a big curtain that says under construction at the
We
foot of
have
the
a
mountain.
we have a problem with temples. Every time we encounter them, there's something evil there.
There is this sort of
Even
a
the
yes,
water temple,
troubled temple theme.
the white eagle temple. It's like
Oh, we're wrapping up, Blue. We got to the bottom
Yeah.
of the mountain.
what?
So that was it. Take a break. So yeah, thanks everybody for playing and everyone who watched to the end. And again, especially to our dungeon mistress for giving us so much
Yes.
fun world to play in. From me and from so it's goodbye from me and goodbye from the party. That's how it goes. Say goodbye, party.
Goodbye, party.
Hey, the bit.